This week on ETalk, we find out who is participating in No Shave November. Taylor Abzoud is here to talk about the upcoming Matt and Kim concert. The Danielles talk all about fall fashion, and we take a look at the new Char Hall. All that and more coming up. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to ETalk, where we talk about everything from LA to Elon. I'm Madison here with Casey and Darius, and our special guest host, Megan. So let's jump right into the hot gossip for the week. So it's Halloween, so I feel like we should start off on a gruesome note.
Yes.
Miranda Kerr.
Spooky things happening in
Very
Malibu.
spooky.
Yeah. So this weekend, or not this weekend, 2 weeks ago, Miranda Kerr's home was invaded by a home invader.
Yeah.
And he entered the house kind of unbeknownst to anyone. Luckily, she was not home, but he had a confrontation with her security guard, who, after being stabbed in the eye by the intruder, was forced to shoot the intruder in the head.
So he died? Did he die?
So he did not die. He shot to kind of, to just like, you know, disarm and
Right.
relax.
I mean, if I got...
Relax, right.
If someone put a knife in my eyeball, I think I would do a little more than make me shoot that. I mean...
Right, yeah, it was just a kind of weird situation. Obviously, it's one of those things where anyone is afraid of being robbed, you know, like after Kim Kardashian was robbed.
So many
in Paris,
celebrities have been.
Like, what does that mean about the kind of world we're coming into, where like people are so aware of where people are at all times, using your locations on Instagram, like.
Yeah, well, I mean,
really
I follow her
scary.
on Snapchat. I'm obsessed with her.
Yeah.
God, I wish I could be her. And she Snapchats. I mean, she doesn't really Snapchat where she is, but it's like no celebrity.
Do we know the motive?
No, so actually he was there 2 weeks or a week before the invasion to drop off a letter, but the police said that what was written on the letter was just gibberish and kind of nonsensical phrases.
So this man is obviously
So clearly he's not
totally
right. He's not all
with
there, and he, clearly he has some obsession or some kind of thing with her, but it's scary. I mean,
I bet he got a raise.
the
My security guard
I
took
would
a
hope
knife
so.
in the eyeball
It's just
for
so
me.
crazy though. I feel as though this story isn't, you know, it's not as out there as, you know, we still hear about Kim's robbery and how she's dealing with it.
Yeah.
It's kind of a shame that this wasn't brought to light, but at the same time, I could see why they might not want to publicize this.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy because it's Kim Central all the time. Kim's robbery, Kim's robbery. Where this was equally as bad.
Equally as big. I mean, Colton Haynes was also just robbed in Malibu.
What? Oh, I love him. All the people that I love. Oh my God.
Yeah, but
so sad.
what's going on in the world of Angelina and Brad?
Yeah, there's a lot
new
of drama
with them?
there.
Well, as we know, they're sadly getting divorced, but they're working on a settlement right now, which I guess is sort of good news. Things are going over custody and visitation, temporary support for Angelina and her kids, and they're also working on financial support and property split plans. The first two, they're sort of getting through them, but they're struggling to figure out how they're going to do with financial and property things.
Yeah, they have
this is
so
all
much.
happening in the midst of an investigation of Brad after he allegedly lunged at one of their kids, Maddox, on a private jet.
That's what I heard, and like I don't really think that happened.
Or like,
I think
lunge is a very weird word to use.
Right.
I just don't think, I really just don't. I think Angelina's way too keep the peace, no one touches anyone, just hugs.
And like obviously there's a fine line between like a spanking
not all love and
and
kisses, but
abusing
she's-
your
yes.
child,
Or
you
even
know?
like,
And we come from the school of like getting a spanking when if we did something that warranted a spanking,
happens.
It
happens. I think this is ultimately gonna happen. I mean, obviously Brad and Angelina, they've been such a strong couple, but at the same time, Brad, you could see, like, she's just so...
She's always
she
seen
like
more
makes
the
out with her
parental
brother and wears
She got his
vials of
blood.
blood.
I know,
She's weird, and he's just so much more normal than that.
Well, you never know what's going on.
For all we know.
I mean,
Right.
yeah,
True.
I mean, you really never know, but I feel like
I guess I'm seeing what I want to
Casey
see.
thinks that she knows.
I know everything.
I feel like she's always seen more as a parent, though, and mothers tend to get custody. And based on the fact that they're working out support plans for her and the kids, it seems like that's what's
But
going
I feel like
to
since he would know that, he wouldn't like lunge after his son in a public
maybe
place.
he's just
and
like,
don't know the context of
snaps
that.
because she's always like, oh,
I
hugs.
know. Well, who else is falling out of love in Hollywood these days.
Oh,
I mean,
so
I feel like everyone
Mariah
is.
and James Packer, her billionaire boyfriend. So they just vacationed a month ago in Greece.
Right.
You know, they're all in love.
Big to do.
Yeah, he was talking about it in
Yeah.
the press, like, oh, like I love her, blah blah blah. I mean, she was so happy. And then she found out in the press that he like dumped her, or he told his assistant.
She found out from news outlets?
Yeah, from news outlets that he had broken up with her, and apparently he said she was too much to handle. He couldn't handle being a father. And I mean, Mariah is a lot, but she's Mariah. She's like,
should
you
have
know
known
what you're
that.
signing
He
up
should have
for.
known.
Yeah.
And she's a diva,
could've
but like you
told
gotta
him
love
that.
her.
Yeah.
Poor Mimi. I feel so
I
bad.
feel really bad for her, and I'm still really sad that her Nick Cannon never worked out. I thought
love
that they
them.
were forever.
They were
Their kids are the
perfect.
cutest
Oh,
things
they're
on
so
the
Rock and
cute.
roll.
planet.
Oh.
They're so cute.
That's
So
just
cute.
it's very sad.
I know.
Poor
But it's
Mariah.
also one of those things where, like, when I initially saw them, when I heard that they were getting together, a part of me really felt like it wasn't authentic.
Yeah.
You know, like,
I know it's like celebrity pop star, like billionaire.
and
I
it's
mean,
Mariah.
yeah.
Not that she needs to gold dig on anyone, because the woman is filthy rich.
Yeah.
She's made of gold.
But
But she needs a
That's
man
not
who
to
could buy
say-
her that $10 million ring
exactly,
that she had.
people are attracted to power.
What's like Kanye? I mean, Kanye's perfect for Kim. Like they both have
Poor
their own
ring.
money.
That
I actually
long
heard
gone.
though that he
R.I.P.
was sort of getting sick of her reckless spending, which I can understand coming from like a businessman point of
Right.
view.
Makes total
But also,
sense.
when you have billions of dollars, who cares?
I
about
know.
what
I'd be like,
you're
yeah.
spending?
But
Well-
it's also she's Mariah Carey. I
Maybe
feel like
there's
she
some
can
motive
just.
behind it. Who knows?
I feel
know.
like she's kind of untouchable.
In a way.
Yeah.
Kind of.
In a way, but clearly not today.
Not
Yeah.
Today's
today.
not that day.
Well, there are couples who are coming together in better news, but kind of in a weird way. Michael Phelps, Nicole Johnson, we knew like they were engaged. You saw them at the Olympics with their child that they had in May.
So cute, by the way.
Yeah, like such a
so adorable with his
happy
little headphones.
engaged couple. Well, it turns out that they got married in June and just didn't tell anyone. And there were some cryptic tweets from, I think it was Nicole saying, oh, the day that they actually got married in June, she was like, best night ever with my little fam bam. But no one really knew what that meant.
Right.
Right.
Whatever. Fast forward, October, this past weekend, they had an official ceremony in Cabo. And everyone,
But it wasn't the wedding.
right, so everyone's like, oh, they finally got married. And they're like, no, just kidding, we've been married since June.
Right.
And so everyone's like,
Confused.
oh, a little confused, you know?
It's like a
So-
WT.
Right, so
Like,
people have been
what?
asking them, why haven't you come out and said, you know, hey, we're
Yeah.
married? And Michael Phelps tweeted back saying, just because, gotta always have something, guys.
Gotta
What,
always have,
first of all, it doesn't even, yeah.
They doesn't even
Just
answer the question.
because, gotta always have something, guys. But he didn't put a comma after just because, so it's just because, gotta always have something, comma, guys.
Well, he has been swimming since he was like 0 years old. So like not much time to be in school learning how to use commas. and things.
Right.
Just
He
winning
doesn't have
medals.
time for that.
Right,
Come
being
on.
a champion.
I know.
I respect the privacy, but it's just such a cryptic tweet.
But I feel like athletes, like for me, like you love watching them in the Olympics, you're obsessed
Right.
with them, like you follow them and then you kind of unfollow them after the Olympics.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I remember
So I don't
watching the
really-
Olympics and it was like, oh, and there's his fiance in the crowd. It's just so
The
interesting.
cutest. The
They're
greatest.
really
That's
cute.
like
Yeah.
Their dog, they have a French bulldog, super
Well,
cute. Well,
you
they're
know-
goals, so good for them. They're married.
I know. I'm glad everything worked out with them.
Yeah.
Elle gives us her fashion tips for the week. Don't go anywhere.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.
Hello ETalkers, welcome to ETalk Style Corner. I'm Danielle, ETalk's resident fashion expert, and this week Diamond and I are discussing affordable style tips for your college budget. So Diamond, take us away.
Okay, so my number one style tip for budget for anything is from my favorite style expert. Her name is Jeannie Mai. It's if you are contemplating buying a piece and you don't know whether or not you should spend the money on it, if you can't think of 2 ways to style the outfit with pieces that you already have, you should not buy it.
That's a great tip.
I think so too.
One I should utilize more.
Me too, because I have a bunch of things that
Things in your closet you were like,
that I've never worn.
there's a future me that's gonna look great in this. And you take it home and you're like, like, why did I buy a yellow shirt? I literally own nothing that works with yellow.
Right, and then I'm like, I'm gonna donate it, and then the bag just sits in my trunk forever.
Literally for years.
Yes.
Yeah. That actually leads me into my first style tip, which would be to go to thrift stores and look at thrift stores. I'm a big fan of it because it's also environmentally friendly, which for me is really important in dressing and in fashion. But it also, I found a Dolce & Gabbana coat for $30. I found Chinese laundry footwear for like $2. Like, I have lots of, Ralph Lauren is all, like, in all the thrift stores.
This is actually from a thrift store. My
Yeah.
sister bought it. I think it was like $5 men's shirt. Okay, so my second style tip, speaking of your Chinese lingerie, whatever.
Chinese laundry shoes, the brand.
But if you are online and you're trying to save money with cheap clothes, do not buy from stores that you don't know the sizing for.
Or that you don't know, because a lot of it's real
Right.
sketchy.
Stay away from things like AliExpress or any foreign sites where, especially in Asia, because their sizes are a lot smaller.
Yes.
And then you get
They're
leggings and you
average human.
can't get it past your foot.
Yeah, absolutely. My very last style tip is just to make sure that you're taking care of the stuff you have. Shoes, cobblers still exist, guys, believe it or not. Bring your shoes to the cobbler. You can get them like a heel protector put in, which will really help keep all of your clothes looking nice and you looking fabulous for years to come. Well, that's all the time that we have for now, but tune in next week for more style expertise. Next up is the Mosley Minute. Stay tuned.
Hey ETalkers and the world, I'm your host Caroline Thayer of the McEwen Minute. This week we're asking people if they're partaking in No Shave November. Let's see what people have to say. Are you partaking in No Shave November?
I am not, because my mother tells me that I look very bad when I try to grow out any kind of facial hair, and she's not wrong. It's very like patchy and just gross. So not this year, but I definitely am advocating the awareness portion of the month. So
I am. I'm very excited, and I can't wait to grow a full beard.
Are you partaking in No Shave November?
I am not.
Why?
Well, I don't know. I just feel like I don't look good with a beard.
We are here with our host Darius and we are asking him, are you partaking in No Shave November?
You know what? I am not. Not because I am not practicing or participating in the awareness aspect of the holiday, just because I look like a hot...
The holiday?
Oh, I'm sorry, the holiday, not the holiday. Not participating in the, just the awareness month. Because I look like a scruffy mess. I look a little bit ragged and haggard.
All right, guys, that's all we have for you. Looks like some people are partaking in No Shave November and some people aren't. I know I'm not, but if I was a guy, I would definitely grow a beard because I would rock it.
Welcome back to the studio. I'm here with Taylor Abzud, who is the sub-performance chair. The Matt and Kim concert is fastly approaching, and she is here to give us all the info. So Taylor, can you just tell us when's the concert? How's it going down? Give us all the skinny deets.
Sure. So this Saturday, November 5th, will be the concert.
Okay.
We're starting at 8 o'clock. And yeah, we're really excited. Matt and Kim apparently put on a really great live show. There's lots of surprises, confetti, like things like that. So it should be a really interactive show.
Cool. How'd you guys decide on Matt and Kim? Or I know that there was a voting process, right? But can you go through that?
Yeah, absolutely. So in terms of voting for an act, what we do is we send out a survey in the spring, which I'm sure you've seen, and we can't always go like artist for artist, who that is, just based on availability constantly changing and prices changing. But what we do is when we can't get those artists, we try to get artists that are within the same type of genre. So from that survey, one artist that did really great was Panic at the Disco.
Yes.
And they were no longer available for us in the fall. So we started looking at like what other
That's right, because
people
isn't Brandon Urie like touring alone or something like that?
Yeah, it was weird, and like their cost also went up like a ton in
I'm
like
sure.
over like the course of a month. They've just
Yeah.
had like a lot of new success, which is awesome for them.
True, yeah.
So they were a little bit out of budget for us, so we started asking, you know, what else could we do? And we work with an agent who puts us in touch with all these acts,
Okay.
and he said he's been doing it for 25 years and kept telling me, Matt and Kim, like they're the best live show I've ever seen. And I just kind of like kept
Really?
blowing him off, and then finally like he's like, see, like Panic at the Disco did well, they would do well.
Right.
So yeah, after our whole long logistical process, we settled on them, and we're really excited.
Have you ever ever been to a concert or have you watched on YouTube?
I've seen some videos.
Okay.
I watched a lot of their music videos, which are very cool.
They
Apparently,
are super cool.
Yeah, they were apparently both like cinema majors in college, so they like really like, I don't know, artsy music videos.
That
They're
means
really
I
cool.
can do it,
Yes,
right?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
if I have the voice of Matt or Kim.
Exactly. Yeah, that'll be the next move. But yeah, so. I've checked out their music videos. I have a lot of friends from home that have seen them live, and like everyone across the board, regardless of what type of music they like, have all said like they're so great live. So very excited to see them live.
Awesome. Do you guys get to meet them before the performance?
Yeah, so they'll come in the afternoon or on Saturday. So we'll like set them up somewhere on campus, and they like hang out. We get them some like good local food. And usually like every artist we've met with has been really nice, and we've heard really great things about Matt and Kim.
Awesome.
So excited to meet them. Yeah.
Is it true that that artists have, or that they specifically have a list of like things that they want in their dressing room?
Yes.
Yeah.
For like all artists, we get it. No one that since I've had the position has been like crazy.
Okay.
It's a lot of like for Mr. Wives, they liked a lot of just like health foods and things like that. So that was the only show I've worked on before this. But I haven't had any
like request hot Cheetos.
Yeah.
And like 18 like Butterfingers.
Or like only green M&Ms.
Right,
Like I haven't
something
seen anything like
crazy.
that. Most of them have been like very nice and haven't requested anything crazy.
Yeah.
But sometimes you'll get that.
Awesome.
I haven't seen it yet, but.
So how different has the process been? I'm not sure how it was. The last homecoming concert I went to, which is sad to say, was Ludacris. How different has that process been? Was it like because he was popular, it was easy to kind of get him through, or like what are the differences in this?
Yeah, so a lot of things are contingent on genre and like what what you think the population of people coming to see the show will be like. So I wasn't personally in charge of Ludacris show, but that one was a little different in that if you didn't know, we had like between I want to say 6,000 and 7,000 people there.
There
and
were
there's
so many people.
Yeah,
at that
there's
concert.
only 5,000 something students at Elon, so that was crazy. So we that was just happened to be a show where it kind of got out to like the general population about the show, and that's why we had that like influx of people, which it just depends on the genre and things like that, who people want to see at the time. So this one, we're thinking it'll be a little bit more like Mr. Wives, which is still really successful in its own right, just a different genre of music. So for Mr. Wives, we had like almost 3,000, which was great. And it was just a different, I know we've had a lot of like rappers and various types of artists, so we saw that that type of maybe like alternative indie kind of music worked really well with Mr. Wives, and that was what we saw the students wanted to come with the survey. So it looks a little bit differently just depending on like what you're prepping for. And then one thing that we started with the spring show was just kind of trying to make it into like more of an event. So we had like food trucks there, we had like games, and this is a little bit different because it's cold out now and it dark out when the concert's starting, but we're still gonna have like some free food and drinks and stuff like that. So that'll be good. Just like trying to add to we had the suggestion like make it more of like festival feel, and like obviously we took that into very small terms, but that's what we're going for with this.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Thank you so much, Taylor.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Next up, we share our celebrity Oh No No of the week. You don't want to miss this. 'Tis the season to dress up in costume, and 'tis the season for celebrities to slip up and dress in racist attire at highly publicized parties. This year it happened to be Hilary Duff and her new boyfriend Jason Walsh, who dressed up as a pilgrim and Native American.
Yes, this is a huge oh no. I mean, I feel so bad
Clearly.
because it was their first public outing together as a couple.
Yeah.
And she hasn't been dating someone for a while since her breakup with her husband.
Right. Yeah.
So we were all really excited for her, and then they came out with this. Like, no.
And at the
Why?
absolute
What provoked that?
wrong time. I mean, with
Completely
the whole
the wrong time.
Dakota pipeline, all the protests going on surrounding that. I mean, we're really in the age of political correctness, and as annoying as that might seem to some people, we just kind of have to get used to it, Like,
Well, we've progressed so much as a society. Like,
Right.
I think at this point, if you're doing things like that, it's offensive. Like,
exactly.
it's not
and to
right
literally
to
do red face and to wear a headdress, like those things are just so clearly wrong,
Completely.
And there's not much redeeming you can do. All you can do is say sorry, and that's it.
I mean, I think that was definitely the most offensive Halloween costume this year, but so many celebrities have done this in the past, like Julianne Hough. She went as that girl from Orange is the New Black.
As Crazy Eyes.
In blackface.
And complete blackface.
I mean, that is just like beyond.
How do you,
to me.
I mean, and here she is booking Grease Live, like she's still getting jobs, even after making such a huge mistake like that. I mean,
I don't know. I think that if roles were reversed and she or someone was to dress up as, let's say, like this, like a Caucasian person on a show, you know, you don't do that. Like no one does that, but it still doesn't matter. It's offensive.
And
it's
it sucks
racist.
that we have to.
I think it's really
It
racist.
is, and it sucks that we have to sound the alarm at these things. You know, like, I mean, I think we're just too mature, especially as someone, an adult like Hillary Duff. Like, you know,
she's a child. Like,
you know better,
come
and
on.
like your boyfriend should know better, or at least tell him. You
I
know.
know. Like, let him know what's good. Like,
Right.
like what's good, boy. Like, come on.
Honestly.
All right.
Up next, we talk fall fashion and healthy brownies. Stay tuned.
It's a beautiful day out here, sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it, let's go.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know, wherever you are.
Hey talkers, Courtney here, and welcome to ETalk, where we bring you everything from Mexican to Italian. Today I'll be making some brownies, but with a twist. black beans. Now, don't be scared, they're actually really good, and they're vegan if you use dark chocolate and gluten-free. Let's get started. Okay guys, we have our beautiful plate of black bean brownies. Now the key to this is you serve them and then you tell people the secret ingredient. They're actually really, really good.
Hi ETalkers, this is Katie, a senior desperately trying to cling on to Char Hall as much as I can while I'm here.
And I'm Matt, a very excited freshman to enjoy all that Char Hall has to offer in my next 4 years.
So after being anxiously awaited, construction finally finished, well some construction finally finished over fall break and teachers began moving into their offices, classes have been transferred, and we are very excited to see everything that Char Hall has to offer. For example, WSOE studios are being moved here.
Live Oak Communications has a brand new office on the first floor.
And the ESTV studios, very near and dear to our heart, have recently been renovated. But there is so much more than that, so we're gonna go check out Char Hall. Many office spaces for all your favorite professors, and right here we have the Canaric Media Sandbox. So what is up with this very cool room?
So the Media Sandbox is basically just an area where you can collab with your friends, professors, anything you're working with in various student media, whether that be editing film, writing articles, pretty much anything you want, you can find that here. It's a very collaborative environment, very open space. You can even write, draw, do whatever on the wall over there.
Which we just did,
yes.
Obviously. That was our first instinct.
Yes. But it's a really cool space to have in a comp school because the comp students love working together and having areas where you can meet up and have fun with whatever you're doing.
And now we're gonna go talk to some Elon students and faculty about their thoughts on Char Hall.
I absolutely love it. I think it's really great. It's so beautiful. Obviously it took a lot of work and a lot of time to put this together, but obviously the product has just been so worth it, and I'm only a freshman, so I'm really excited to be spending the next 4 years here, and the classes upstairs are really cool, and just the offices have such a great view of Elon and the view of the town.
Well, first off, I'm just very jealous of the underclassmen who get to have a lot more comm classes here because they're really beautiful classrooms and this atrium is beautiful, so definitely going to take advantage of it while I'm here.
I love Char Hall. It's been a challenge to do this in the middle of the semester.
Yeah.
It's been much, much easier to do it, of course, in August. I still have boxes on the floor. I like the office and I just want to get settled,
yeah.
And I feel unsettled. But the building is nice. It's a spacious office. I love the little conference area I have. It's a nice building.
Now that we finally made it outside Char Hall, we're going to talk about what beautiful things are located just behind us.
Including our new ETalk studios and the news ticker running across with up-to-date news stories and information constantly seen from the outdoors. It's very exciting. What is your favorite part of Char Hall?
My favorite part of Char Hall is actually the atrium inside. It's a beautiful area, lots of open space to sit, talk with friends, do homework. It's a nice escape from the library, especially for those who live in a historic neighborhood. It's a nice place to go and get your work done. Well, I hope you've enjoyed our tour of Elon's newest edition, Char Hall. I'm Matt.
And I'm Katie.
And this is ETalk.
That's all the time we have for this week. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Until next time, this is ETalk.